Dear students, up to now we have done that Nelson Mandela gained his strength to stand against the wrong from all the great nationalists he mentioned above in the paragraph. Then Nelson Mandela also learned that courage did not mean the absence of fear, but the ability to overcome fear. The man who overcomes his fear is called brave. Then we have also seen that one is taught by its society to hate humans because of their skin, color, age, gender and religion. The author's idea is that if people can be taught hatred, then they can also be taught love and brotherhood. That we have also seen. And then, according to the author, every human being has its responsibility towards the family as well as the society. He also talked about that when a person of color would come up for his society, he would be arrested and taken away from his family, thus keeping them from fulfilling both responsibilities. In the beginning, Mandela did not put his people over his family, but it was only later when he realized that in order to be there for his people, he was compromising his duties towards his own family. That we have seen. And then we have seen that the author did not have the plan to stand against the apartheid system early in his life. Right? Up to now we have seen. Now we go further on page number 22, paragraph 2nd. It was only when I began to learn that my boyhood freedom was an illusion, when I discovered as a young man that my freedom had already been taken from me, that I began to hunger for it. At first, as a student, I wanted freedom only for myself. The transitory freedom of being able to stay out at night, read what I pleased, and go where I chose. Later, as a young man in Johannesburg, I yearned for the basic and honorable freedom of achieving my potential, of earning my keep, of marrying and having a family, the freedom not to be obstructed in a lawful life. So here Nelson Mandela says that he did not have the plan to stand against the apartheid system early in life. He lived his childhood like any normal child in South Africa. He also says in this paragraph that he only had to follow the rules set up by his father or the custom of his tribe. As soon as he grew up and began to learn the facts as to how people of color are treated, he decided to stand against it. He had this urge for freedom from inside. Earlier, just for himself, he wanted freedom. In earlier life, he wanted freedom only for himself, just as staying out at night, etc. But later, for having a basic life, not just for himself, but for everyone. In Johannesburg, they had to struggle for having a peaceful marriage, family, and basic amenities which everyone has access to where law and order exists. Now, the next paragraph. But then, I slowly saw that not only was I not free, but my brothers and sisters were not free. I saw that it was not just my freedom that was curtailed, but the freedom of everyone who looked like I did. That is when I joined the African National Congress, and that is when the hunger for my own freedom became the greater hunger for the freedom of my people. So here Nelson Mandela says that he joined the African National Congress when he realized it is not only him whose basic rights were snatched away, but of all those who looked like him. Dear students, here curtailed means reduce. Dignity means the state or quality of being worthy of honor. And monk means a member of a religious community of men. Right? Now we go on page number 23. It was this desire for the freedom of my people to live their lives with dignity and self-respect that animated my life, that transformed a frightened young man into a bold one, that drove a law-abiding attorney to become a criminal, that turned a family-loving husband into a man without a home, that forced a life-loving man to live like a monk. I am no more virtuous or self-sacrificing than the next man. But I found that I could not even enjoy the poor and limited freedoms I was allowed when I knew my people were not free. Freedom is indivisible. The chains on any one of my people were the chains on all of them. The chains on all of my people were the chains on me. Dear students, here in this paragraph, Nelson Mandela had this fire inside him to free his people from the injustice. There was fire in his heart that he wanted his people to be free. It was thin desire that changed the author completely as a man, from being sacred to brave. At first he was sacred, but then he was scared. He was scared, he was fearful. From fearful man he became brave. He was a lawyer, but a lawyer to one breaking the law. He became from lawyer he became the law-breaking man. A family man to a man without a home. He was having a family, but he was arrested, and so that he has to leave his house, and that's why he has become like a man without a home, and the lively man into being a monk. It was the knowledge that he and his people have restricted freedom that made him into a selfless man as opposed to before. According to Nelson Mandela, freedom cannot be divided. Snatching it away from someone was equivalent to taking it away from everyone, and that meant taking it away from the author. Right? So freedom, if someone is taking away the freedom, then he is taking away the humanity also. So here in last paragraph we go, I knew that the oppressor must be liberated just as surely as the oppressed. A man who takes away another man's freedom is a prisoner of hatred. He is locked behind the bars of prejudice and narrow-mindedness. I am not truly free if I am taking away someone else's freedom. Just as surely as I am not free when my freedom is taken from me. The oppressor and the oppressed and the oppressor alike are robbed of their humanity. Dear student, in this paragraph, Nelson Mandela mentions that the need of free the oppressor is as high as that of the oppressed, because the oppressor is bounded by the shackles of hatred. He has the weight of all the people who has tormented. For he carries the curses of all of their families. For taking away someone else's freedom and making them a prisoner, he becomes a prisoner of biasness. Thus, Nelson Mandela is robbed of his humanity and need to be free. So here, Nelson Mandela chapter is over. And then students, on page number 24, there are questions. 3 questions are oral comprehension check, and below it there are questions thinking about the text. There are 5 questions that you have to prepare for the examination, and you have to write the answer of those questions in your notebook. Thank you.